What's going on, guys? We're going to do another little episode of just kind of talking about some stuff that I've been thinking about and driving down the road here. Thought this was a good time to just kind of go over some things that have been in my mind a lot. We're going to talk some about this on Tuesday night on the live show. But I think a lot of it comes down to what America really thinks about gun owners in this country, and whether their perceptions are correct or they're not, whether or not that we actually feed the fire as to what they think about us. When they think about us, what do they picture? What do they think that we're like? And I think a lot of us will admit that sometimes we all don't put off the right visual for the everyday American citizen to see us in the light that we want to be seen in. And whether it's guys walking into Walmart all kitted up with the AR strapped over the chest, or we go to gun rallies all kitted up and all that. Obviously, I think people will do that to make a statement, and that's okay. I mean, that's their prerogative. That's their right to do so, express themselves and however they want to do that. But I think that we all need to be cognitive and at least are thinking about what people think about us in real world America. I think one of the biggest reasons that we don't seem to be gaining ground, or some people say we're losing ground on our rights as Second Amendment activists and supporters, is a lot of it because of the perception of what we are and who we are. I think that we've been trying for a long time, at least on my channel, and a lot of my friends in my inner circle have been trying for a long time to get people to understand that we're normal everyday citizens that just happen to either carry or promote our love of firearms. And we're not out there as crazy militia out there trying to overthrow the government. We're not out there to try to do anything except for exercise our right and express our enjoyment of using firearms, whether it's carrying every day or just going to the range and planking or hunting or whatever it is. Everyone has their own agenda and their own way of expressing their love for the Second Amendment and the guns. And I think that if we show everyday Americans that we are just normal everyday citizens, we have normal jobs where we go to church with you, we our kids play together, they go to sports games and all of that. I think that we can start breaking down the walls of the crazy gun nut. Because I think that's what a lot of people think of us are, just the crazy gun nuts that are paranoid, redneck guys that are just, waiting to overthrow the government. And 99.9% of, gun owners aren't that way. We're just normal everyday people that like to hunt, we like to competitive shoot, we like to plank, we take the act of concealed carry and carrying every day very seriously, but we're not out there to cause a nuisance, and we're sure not out there to be a detriment to our society. And I think that that's the biggest problem that we're having, is we can't get people to understand who we are, what we are, and why we do it. So maybe that's something that we should all start looking into, is what can we do on a personal level at our hometowns and our places, the friends that we have. How can we start that dialogue to change the perception of who we are in society? And I think that comes to each individual. I think we all have the responsibility to do that, is to help within our own community. And if we can build community by community, that's when we really have a chance to change the narrative of who gun owners are. So guys, I really I challenge everybody to maybe start at their local level and try to change what people think, change the perception of who we are, what we are, and why we do this, and why we love guns, and why we are such staunch supporters of the Second Amendment. And it's not just because we're crazy gun nuts that are paranoid trying to overthrow the government. But I think that the more people that see that, I think that maybe we can start changing some minds. So I challenge everybody to get out there and start trying to change one mind at a time. That's how it happens. Guys, we'll see you soon. Semper Fi.